So I thought this was a joke, and I was horribly, horribly wrong. Let me explain. If you never saw the 2015 version of the Fantastic Four, you saw about as much as the people who did watch it saw. Because not a goddamn thing happened in this whole movie. To put it in perspective, this movie is an hour and 39 minutes long, and I believe that was including the credits. They didn't get their superpowers until I think it was 45 minutes in. My apologies, according to Mr. Crush Parking Lot Candy, the movie made it at the hour mark before they even got their superpowers. And then, rather than us actually see them use it and learning to use it, they told us it was 1 year later. And then it was this guy giving these clips to NASA or the government or some shit about how they learned to use them. And then we had exactly one fight in the film. It was 10 minutes long. But truth be told, I wouldn't even call it an actual fight. This was like one of those little precursor fights they do at the very beginning of a Marvel movie. This was not the fucking boss fight. There was no boss fight. There wasn't even a movie. When I tell you I don't know what actually happened, it was just montages. It was montages of a little boy trying to build something in his garage that we don't know why. And then his best friend who lived in a junkyard, I guess, who decided he wanted to be involved and then making a little teleporter, and we don't know why. The only things, and I can point out every single thing I know about each character. Reed liked to build things in his garage, and one teacher didn't like him. Sue was adopted from Kosovo and is the daughter of the doctor who's like funding the whole project. Rockman was the kid that lived in the junkyard. We don't see him for like 3/4 of the movie. He just kind of like there at the last minute when they decide they're going to go into space or teleport or whatever fuck ever. And then Johnny likes to race cars and is only there to help his dad. That's it. That is the entirety of what you know. Oh, and then Dr. Doom was like one of the first people on the project, and that's literally all we know. I take that back. We also know that he has a crush on Sue. But we don't know why anybody has a crush on Sue, because the only thing we know about her is that she likes this one particular band. There's no personal performance here. And I'm going to go ahead and spoil everything so you don't have to watch this. But they decide to go back to the teleporty place a year later, and they find Dr. Doom, who's been like encased in this metal stuff, and that's why he's Dr. Doom. And then they bring him back to the real world, and they're like, no, you're not going to go back. After a year of being alone on a weird planet thing. And come to find out, he can unalive people with just a thought. He does this at one point and then never again, even though he could just do it whenever he wants. So we don't know why there's a boss fight to begin with. So he goes back to the planet on the little teleporty thing, and then we never hear anything else. The big reveal, though, is that there are exactly 4 women who have speaking roles in this movie. 0 out of